Good evening, Guyana. To kick off tonight, I take this opportunity to recognize and congratulate the Honorable Dr. Ashni Singh for tangibly demonstrating his government's commitment to further developing Guyana's domestic capital markets by supporting this conference. And we look forward to hearing from Dr. Singh tomorrow. Further, for those of you who may not be aware, in September 2024, just a couple weeks ago, Minister Singh piloted the appointment of the Board of Directors of the Guyana Securities Council, a move that is sure to be a significant catalyst to democratizing access to the investment opportunities to the people of Guyana. It would be remiss of me not to extend congratulations to Mr. Anil Bihari, Chairman of the Guyana Securities Council, and to the newly appointed directors, Mr. Leslie Glenn, Ms. Natasha Vera, Mr. Rupnarain Ramcharita, and Mr. Donald Dayal. For those of you who don't know, the Guyana Securities Council is the equivalent to the SEC, the regulatory body for broker-dealers. It is truly an honor to address you today on the pivotal role of broker-dealers in facilitating the growth and expansion of businesses. And I want to take this liberty to extend the conversation by making the case that it is also the role of the broker-dealer to democratize access to wealth creation opportunities to every citizen of Guyana. The broker-dealer will also bring fresh capital from the region into Guyana as investors seek to participate in the fastest growing economy in the world. As a regional broker-dealer, NCB Capital Markets' 3-year sponsorship of this conference is a continuation of our commitment to Guyana on multiple levels. Firstly, we are passionate about supporting and participating in the thought leadership driving our industry, as it is through these forums that the intellectual muscle behind the industry challenges each other for the betterment of all stakeholders. Secondly, our sponsorship of this occasion is a symbol of our enduring relationship with the Guyana capital markets. In fact, NCB's relationship with Guyana predates First Oil, with one of our first deals being the extension of $20 million in unsecured funding to the Guyana Sugar Corporation back in 2024. Since then, NCB's relationship with Guyana has blossomed to include infrastructure-based deals such as the construction of ExxonMobil's headquarters in Ugal and multiple financings for Guyana's largest shore base, Gisby. NCB Capital Markets' contribution to Guyana goes beyond deals, as NCB would have hosted a receivables factoring seminar in Georgetown, and many do not know, but we sponsored the first ever Capital Markets Forum, which actually predates this GSE conference here in Guyana. Through these NCB Capital Markets arranged deals mentioned earlier, NCB has brought externally sourced hard currency to capital into Guyana. This is not by chance, but rather a reinforcement of our commitment to the country's growth. Ladies and gentlemen, Guyana is at a defining moment in its history, driven by the growth of its energy sector and the subsequent opportunities it has unlocked. The rapid developments we are witnessing is unprecedented. On one hand, with this progress comes the need for capital, patient capital that would nurture emerging industries, support infrastructure, and ultimately fuel the growth of businesses on all levels. On the other hand, to truly unlock the benefits of the rapid development in the economy, we must all work together to develop a capital market structure that not only serves the interest of a few, but democratizes wealth for every Guyanese citizen. The role of a broker-dealer in the capital markets is to be the essential conduit between businesses seeking to raise capital and investors looking to deploy it. Broker-dealers facilitate the issuance of securities, whether through IPOs, bond issues, private placements. Broker-dealers are instrumental in helping businesses of all sizes access the funds they need to grow and expand. Broker-dealers provide liquidity. By creating secondary markets, broker-dealers ensure that investors can buy and sell financial instruments with ease, fostering confidence and reducing risk for those investing in our markets. Broker-dealers offer expertise. Broker-dealers provide invaluable advisory services to businesses, guide them on the best ways to structure and price their offerings to maximize investor interest while ensuring long-term sustainability. In short, broker-dealers are the lifeblood of any dynamic economy. But the question we must ask ourselves is, are we doing enough to ensure that this ecosystem benefits all of Guyana's citizens? This brings me to the need for democratizing wealth. In many countries, capital markets are seen as the domain of the wealthy elite, leaving most citizens disconnected from opportunities they provide. Ladies and gentlemen, an economy that grows without the full participation of all, a wide base of its citizenry, is also one where inequalities will thrive. To truly democratize wealth, we need an inclusive capital markets ecosystem where every citizen can participate and benefit. When capital markets are made accessible to all, ordinary citizens can invest in businesses, own shares, and actively participate in the nation's economic growth. Broker-dealers therefore have a responsibility to create investment products tailored for the range of investors, small to large scale, who have various risk appetites and degrees of capital to participate. The restricted availability of capital is often cited as one of the main factors inhibiting growth in the private sector. The traditional credit-based funding has inherent frameworks that oftentimes limit the participation of as wide a range of businesses to secure funding. These include regulatory requirements related to the types and nature of collateral held by businesses, their credit history, among others. With this in mind, broker-dealers are structured to tolerate more risk and therefore have a responsibility to further democratize the capital markets so that a wider cross-section of the businesses can gain access to financing opportunities. At NCB Capital Markets, we look forward to the day when the Guyanese capital market is hailed as one of the best and the most robust in the world and commensurate with the country's current economic standing. We look forward to a capital market where players are actively brokering deals in the local currency and raising local capital for Guyanese operations along the full spectrum of the capital markets. As a leader in the broker-dealer space, NCB Capital Markets is committed to play our part in enabling a robust broker-dealer ecosystem here in Guyana. To achieve these goals, we intend to focus on several critical areas. Regulations. We stand ready to work alongside the Guyanese Securities Council in its continuous development of a regulatory framework that encourages market participation. This includes simplifying processes for businesses to raise capital and ensuring strong investor participation that builds confidence in the system. Again, congratulations to Minister Singh and his government for the recent appointment of the Board of Directors of the Guyana Securities Council. This is a pivotal moment for broker-dealers who have vested interests in seeking efficient capital markets with adequate governance and guardrails in place. 2, education and financial literacy. For everyday citizens to participate meaningfully in the capital markets, they must understand how they work. We must invest in financial literacy programs that demystify investing and equip people with the tools that they need to make informed decisions. Again, at NCB Capital Markets, we believe that the future of Guyana's economic development lies in the hands of its people. This is why we are dedicated to empowering local investors through education and support. As a regional broker-dealer, we have a responsibility not just to facilitate transactions, but to educate the market, ensuring that investors are well informed and able to participate confidently. Technology and accessibility. In today's digital age, technology is an enabler of inclusion. By leveraging fintech solutions, we can make it easier for individuals to invest in the market from their smartphones, lowering the barriers to entry and participation. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, I invite you to imagine a future where every Guyanese citizen can be a stakeholder in the businesses that drives this economy, where a young entrepreneur with a dream can raise capital needed to build a thriving enterprise, where ordinary workers, teachers, and small shop owners can invest in the capital market and benefit from the success of the businesses they support every day. This is not just a dream. It is an achievable reality if we commit ourselves to building a broker-dealer ecosystem that serves all citizens, not just the privileged few. As broker-dealers, let us commit to building a financial ecosystem that leaves no one behind, one where the success of Guyana translates into wealth for all. One people, one nation, one destiny. Thank you.